My father apparently used to come and play, when I was in my crib, or my cot as we call it in England, he used to come and play the flute over my head. And then he would do things like he would play Danny Boy, and he played Danny Boy over and over again, and then he'd put a wrong note in the middle of it, and apparently my little face used to all crease up because there was a wrong note in it. It's very difficult to play on the flute. It's one of the training pieces like the Swan, which is very sustained and very sort of, you know, it's not technically difficult in any way, but it's very difficult to do a beautiful performance. And I think I'm right in saying that Danny Boy is rather the same. The reason why it became very special to us is because my mother was from Ireland, and of course it's a very, nobody knows who wrote it, but it's an Irish folk tune that is absolutely the Irish folk tune of all time. And so I think we grew to love it over the years because it's one of her favourite tunes. And then, of course, Jim Galway came from Belfast, and it's one of his favourite things to play. In fact, he played it the other day in Jacksonville. And then I came to see my first masterclass with Geoffrey Gilbert at the Baptist church in DeLand. Was the first time I'd seen him, and he finished the masterclass by getting everybody to sing and play Danny Boy, and he conducted and we all sang and played it. So I think it became a bit of a theme for the masterclasses and for, as I say, things that were rather special, like the chorus of flute players that did it at the convention not so long ago. It's wonderful to be here with all of you, I must say. My father was very much involved in the early days. I'm going to explain just a little bit about Danny Boy. My mother was from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Mummy loved this particular tune. And it meant a lot to her. And Daddy also, because it was one of Mummy's favourites, he loved it, and he did it at master classes. And apparently the Irish flute player, rather, Colin Fleming, gave this arrangement to my father. Now, I didn't know that until this morning. I think Angelita and I thought that my father had actually made the flute arrangement, but it was Colin Fleming, who I spoke to the other day, because he was in a room with Jim Galway, and I called him up about something, and there he was on the other end of the phone. And it's just very touching to me to think that he made Daddy this wonderful present of this particular piece, which means so much.